It says don't share this information with anyone. It says don't share this code with anyone, and you immediately share
That's literally not what it says on it. You don't have Apple. You don't understand what it is. So
that's not true. I literally have every Apple. I have an iPhone. I have an iPad. I have
and
3 Apple computers.
Someone debunked. Oh my God, Alexa, shut up! I'm not talking to you.
I have Apple TV. I don't think I have don't have an Apple car. I literally have Apple. So what? Wait. So Freeway. I have a question. So what do I not have that's Apple? What is that? Not you don't have it. What is that? What do I not?
Do you have an Apple Watch? I didn't think so because you can't afford it. People debunked your little TikTok video, and people spooked that you put the Apple thing under the Samsung. You put the Samsung under Apple. People spooked you. People clocked you. You're a liar.
Okay, that did not happen.
Okay. Y'all know the tea. We'll guys. We'll keep on talking about the video.
No one, literally. Who is your y'all? I love when you do this thing where you go, y'all people. I would do this. I will give you until the end of 2075 to produce one shred of evidence to support what you're saying. So I'm giving you a full 50 some odd years to do it.
Oh, how about you do that math a little quicker, baby? 50 some odd years, 55 years. Yeah.
So you have all this time to give even a shred of evidence to support your statements.
Okay. I might dig you up on that.
See, look at you. I'm not religious, but God don't like ugly and God don't like liars, honey.
If God don't like ugly, then why did He bless me so much?
And I think right now you are a liar, honey.
So, hello, Bob. Welcome to the end of 2021. It's the end of an era, really.
What's the era?
The dawning of the age of Simone. Because that bitch is going down this year. We're about to get somebody else.
What do you mean? Oh my God.
Her reign is over, honey. Her reign is over. We're getting somebody new.
What?
Boo.
This is sounding very aggressive against Simone.
I was talking about Simone Biles, not Simone the drag queen.
Wow, Simone Biles had some. What is? I don't know. You got off this plane. You are attacking everybody. Me, both Simones, Raven Simone. Who else is next on your list of people you want to bring down?
Posted a TikTok recently, and the comments on the comments on TikTok, and specifically the Shade Room on Instagram, they always crack me. They're always wild for the night. And so Raven posted a TikTok of her doing the challenge.
I ain't never been with it.
Right. And then did you read the comments on it though? People like, nah, we ain't claiming you. Ever since you said that you're not black. Oh, look, here she go. Oh, now she black. Oh, she want to be black now. I'm like, I see. You want to be black for TikTok. People are just dragging this. You remember her infamous Oprah interview?
I remember. It was a very long time ago. Well, not super long, but I mean like 10 years ago, maybe
no,
less.
Not 10 years ago. Bitch, like maybe 6 years ago.
I can't. Was it 6 years ago?
Yeah, because it was like about 6 years ago. Maybe I'll give you maybe 7.
Raven Simone.
Excuse me, it's Simone Ye. And I'm not making it up. She said her name was Simone Ye.
It was 2014. It was 8 years ago.
So, close.
But yeah, that's that's an interesting conversation. I will say I think that in my past I have engaged in a problematic practice, which is telling people that they're not black if they are black, and that's something that I would certainly not do. When did you say that? I mean, like years ago, probably in my early 20s. He is not black because he doesn't blank, 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 or she is not black because she doesn't blank, blank, blank. And I don't think that, if I'm being realistic, a black card is not something you can revoke. And I think that I would no longer engage in telling people they're not black. Maybe back in the day I would have done it.
She was saying about other people. She was saying about herself. She was like, well, what if y'all don't know? Oprah was doing this thing like, where are they now? Like child stars. Obviously, everyone knows Oprah. Everyone knows Raven from. She was on the Cosby Show. She had her own show on Disney, and then she infamously said she was like, I don't like to label myself. She was like, I am American. I'm not African American. She was like, and then Oprah's reaction was something like, child, girl, you gonna set Twitter on fire. And Oprah was like gagged. Oprah was befuddled. She was gagged.
Yeah, and I think that, O.J. Simpson said the same thing years ago. O.J. Simpson famously said, I'm not black, I'm O.J. That's like a very famous O.J. Simpson quote. I'm not black, I'm O.J. And I think that Raven Simonier. I think she may have been joking when she said her name was Simonier.
No, it was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and RuPaul was like, Raven Simonier. She was like, oh my God, finally someone gets it. Finally someone has pronounced my name right. And I remember everybody was like,
I think she was joking because she said her name before that day, and she said Raven Simone. And on The View, they called her Raven Simone.
But I know people, like, when people just mispronounce the name all the time, they just go by what people say, because they were like, it doesn't matter. No matter how many times I say my name is blah, 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 people are going to mispronounce my name. And that's a common thing with people with complicated names. I think
it's different when you're on The View and the official announcer of the show is saying everyone's names. And I think when the official announcer says it, they're probably like, hey, it's actually pronounced this way. But also, for years, I heard you say your name was Kevin Burton. And then one day you just doubled down and insisted that your name was Kevin Burton. Even though the first time I ever heard your name, you said it to me out loud and you said your name was Kevin Burton.
No, but I did that. But again, it's because of years, at this point, decades of people mispronouncing it. So
including you.
No, I say it that way.
You told me your name was Kevin Burton.
Because people mispronounce all the time. So I just literally just say it the wrong way, because it's just, people are going to keep on. Anytime I say my name without writing it down, they always spell it like the skateboards. Like the snowboards. Burton. I'm like, bitch. So honestly, sometimes
there are Burton skateboards?
Yeah, well, Burton Snowboards, like a big snowboard company. So, it's my cousin's company. Anyway, so
you are going to gaslight right into 2022. You are going to gaslight Gate Boss and Girl Keep right into 2022, aren't you?
So, sometimes if someone's asking my name, and I know if the spelling doesn't matter, like if it's not like a legal document or like whatever, I just let them spell it however they want, because I'm like, I don't feel like Ertin. I'd be like, yep, Urton, got it.
I'm talking about pronunciation, not spelling.
So Bob, you've never met someone that has like a complicated name that people mispronounce often? You've never met this person?
I've never met someone whose name was announced by an official announcer on The View and let people mispronounce it. I will say that.
That is such a specific. You would. This is this is quintessential Bob. Yeah, yes, Monet, you're right. I have never met someone who worked for 3.5 years at The View and let the announcer. That sentence. This interaction right now is quintessential Bob the drag queen. This is so Bob.
I also think I've never, in all my years of being a viewer of television shows as well, most people, when they do official shows like any kind of TV show, they usually get their name pronounced properly, because, as you know, working in television, they'll usually go up to the person and go, I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name properly. How do you pronounce your name? And then Lupita will go, Nyong'o. And then they'll go, okay, thank you. And the host will go, give it up for our special guest, Miss Lupita Nyong'o. Which is probably why I was assuming, and I could be right. I do not know for sure, but that's why I'm assuming that Ms. Raven, whatever her last name is actually Simone, and that she was doing a bit when she said Simonier.
Well, you know what? There's only one way to find out. We both live in LA. Let's get on the show and ask her for ourselves. We can get on to Sibling Rivalry. We can have Raven on the pod.
Yeah, I DM with Raven sometimes, not terribly often, but Ms. Simone and I have had a few back and forths in our day on the internet.
How was your very? Go ahead.
How's my what?
How was your very Mexican Christmas?
Oh, it was wonderful. I spent some time with Ezra's family at their house that his father not quite grew up in, but was born in, I think. And it's like an old family in their house, and met all of his aunts and uncles and cousins, and it was really wonderful. I had a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, a Mexican Christmas doesn't feel
Christmas. Got it.
Merry Chrysler. A Mexican Christmas doesn't feel completely unlike a Christmas in the United States of America, except the food was different. We did not have a typical meal that we would have in Georgia on Christmas.
Please tell me y'all had chilaquiles. Oh, bitch, I could eat chilaquiles all day long. Put them in my face, in my mouth, in my stomach. Feed them to me all day long.
Well, it's more of a breakfast food.
Yeah, for breakfast.
And we didn't. I mean, we had chilaquiles at the breakfast spot, like at the restaurant on the corner. But for dinner, for Christmas dinner, we had.
What's a Mexican Christmas dinner?
I don't think this was a Mexican. I think this was a Christmas dinner in Mexico. I don't think it was terribly Mexican. It was pasta, and there was some meat. When you go to Mexico, they just use the word carne a lot, but you don't know what kind of meat it is.
Well, carne is steak. It's like a beef.
But it also means meat. But also, what we were eating wasn't beef. I think it was like a pork or a chicken.
But chicken is carnitas. I mean, pork is carnitas.
Chicken. Yeah. But they also kind of like use the word carne a lot. They really spread it because it literally just means meat.
Yeah.
So they'll use it for pork. They'll use it for beef, and they'll just use it to mean meat in general.
They're like, soup. You want carne? Soup.
Well, if there's
you want some water, you want a glass of carne. So
I think I was eating like a pork chop, some pasta, and potatoes. I think. That's what we ended up having. And then we did like a big gift exchange, which is where, you ever heard of a white elephant?
No.
So
I don't remember what it means.
So it's where everyone brings a gift and then you put it on the table, right? And then you go up one by one and grab the gift. Or instead of grabbing a gift, you can just steal someone else's gift out of their hands. Right. And then they have to steal someone else's gift or go to the table. And you can only steal gifts, like only one gift can get stolen twice or something like that. And so we had one of those.
So no one brought each other no one got each other like a proper gift, like from Bob to Ezra.
Yeah, no, there were no specific gifts. It was kind of just like grab, get, like you put the gifts on the table and then everyone just goes up and grabs one, but you don't know what it is. You can't. They're all wrapped, so you can't see the gift until you open it.
That sounds fun.
And then but it also gets kind of cutthroat at the end because people start seeing the gifts and like, well, I want that, I don't want this. So one person ends up with a scarf, someone else has like a really cool thing, speakers.
What did you end up with?
Ended up with Bluetooth speakers. Ezra ended up with a lamp, like a touch lamp. You know, kind of like a tap lamp. That was shaped like a polar bear.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I bought to the white elephant, I bought a French press.
A French press, like a fucking cotton gin.
A cotton gin.
A French press. I'm thinking of like feudalism. I'm thinking like how you print like a paper in the Victorian era. And I'm going back to
do you think cotton gins make paper?
I'm saying something old. Something that sounds like an old gift. So from like the fucking Civil War.
What do you think of? Wait, what do you think a cotton gin is?
I know what the cotton gin is. The cotton gin was back in the day when they first got the fucking wheel, bitch, and they were using the cotton gin to fucking put clothes together.
I think they still use cotton gins today.
Right, yes, but the cotton gin, the original thing that's an old thing. I want to say from like the 1600s or whatever it was.
I don't think it was from the 1600s. I think I might be wrong, but I think a cotton gin was invented in the 1800s. But anyway, a French press is it's a coffee maker.
Cotton gin was developed in 1765.
It was right between us. A French press is a coffee maker.
Oh, God. See, I don't drink coffee.
Neither do I. You put coffee in and then you just press the handle down and then, it's just like a way to make coffee.
You ever experience people being so gagged that you don't drink coffee? When you tell people you don't drink coffee, they act like you say that you just assassinated the president. They're like, what? You don't drink coffee?
So it's not that I don't drink coffee. I rarely drink coffee. If Jacob gets coffee, I'll drink coffee. But I usually don't go get my own coffee. I also don't drink coffee to wake up in the morning. I'll just drink it because it's like a tasty drink with a lot of sugar and ice and syrup and stuff in it. But I do not drink coffee to like wake up. Jacob drinks coffee to like get a little pep in his step. And
listen, I don't want to hear about your fucking boyfriend anymore. Okay, I'm kidding. We're gonna take a little break, and I want to hear more about Jacob and his coffee.
God, oh my God. Listen, we're back, and I'm very self-conscious.
Why? What?
Because I chipped my tooth.
Wait, I can't even tell from here.
I know, it's all I can look at is my fucking chipped tooth.
It's just, you know what? It's like your mouth is on an angle. Your teeth are on an angle.
It looks so bad.
It doesn't look bad. You were just throwing us back to middle school, and you was giving us. So Bob tweeted that about his tooth, and people started commenting, Chippy.
And I turned the comments off. I was like, I'm not gonna get bullied again. I literally was like, I'm turning off the comments. Someone said, not Chippy. And I was like, I have never turned the comments off on anything as long as I've been live on Twitter. And on this, I'll be turning the comments off.
And because, as soon as I saw that tweet, that was literally going to be my tweet. I was going to make a Chippy joke. And I was like, I can't comment.
That is so mean. That is so mean.
Yes, Bob, sometimes I engage in mean behavior with you. But, it's a reciprocal relationship we have, so.
Well, I am learning about telling you about my my past trauma.
Do you ask me about my fucking Christmas, bitch? Is everything all about you and your fucking teeth and your fucking boyfriend?
I didn't quite get there yet, but I guess I will ask you now. Tell me about your Colorado Christmas.
I spent Christmas in Evergreen, Colorado, with Andy and his nephew. Wasn't his whole family because his brother went and his girlfriend went away.
It was just you, Andy, and one person,
and his 6-year-old nephew.
Not a 6-year-old.
I know, a 6-year-old nephew. Because
not when they playing house. Not when they playing house for Christmas.
Literally though. And then so I spent like
not when they raising a little white baby for Christmas.
And on the third day of Christmas, I teach you the word nigger.
Oh my God. They're not gonna let you watch this baby no more.
No, Mac, he's a really smart kid, and I was like, you're like really smart, and I was like teaching him Spanish, and we were like watching Encanto. We're like watching.
You speak Spanish now?
I mean I
No, I see you. Wow. Okay, I see you. You picked up a little gift. You picked up a little. On the first day of Christmas, you gave me a little Omicron. I see.
No, bitch, I've been tested, but like at this point, I've been tested about 7 times, and I'm still negative.
Well, you've been negative since I met you. But what about now? Tell me about Omicron.
Oh, she got a little joke in her today. Good stuff. No, it was myself and his little 6-year-old nephew, and we spent Christmas together. It was in the woods in Colorado. Oh, Bob, can I tell you about this white man? Can I tell you about this white man?
Who, Andy?
It's fucking white man. Okay, so Andy does not believe in locking doors. Okay,
where's he from?
Boston.
But you don't lock doors in Boston?
Hello. So, Bob, we're in the middle of the woods in this like house, this nice house in the middle of the woods, and he does not lock the door. He doesn't lock the door.
I don't trust that.
And he's like, that's how we grew up in
Boston.
Yeah. And I was like,
no.
Well, he grew up in a suburb in Boston. I was like, still then. I was like, bitch, you don't lock your doors. But we're in the middle of the woods. We will go out for the whole day. Door is unlocked. Come back. Door is unlocked. Like you just walk in the house. We go to bed. He leaves the door unlocked. I was like, I cannot sleep in this home with the door unlocked. You need to go downstairs and lock the door.
Yeah. That's very strange behavior, and also
crazy.
No matter where you live, you can still. I don't know if anyone remembers, but the Night Stalker did his business in the suburbs of Los Angeles.
Really?
Yeah, girl. The Night Stalker would go to people's houses in nice neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, or dangerous quote unquote neighborhoods, low crime areas, high crime areas, and do his business and kill people. Girl, lock your doors.
Girl, Andy refuses. He doesn't lock doors. I was like, this is insane behavior.
No, that is. I feel like the people who are from Boston listening to this are going to be like, I would like to point out that is not Boston behavior. That sounds like some shit they do in Corinth, Mississippi. I would say I have lived in very small towns, and in small towns it is common to not lock your doors, but Boston, that sounds wild.
Okay, to be fair, he's from the greater Boston area, but he's from like a suburb of Boston. So he's not like he's not chilling on Boston Avenue in Boston Street you know what I'm saying? He's like in a suburb.
Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs. I just want to point out again, I grew up in the suburbs, and bitch, we lock doors.
Well, in St. Lucia, we lock doors. In Brooklyn, in St. Lucia, I lock doors. In Brooklyn, I lock doors. When every home I've ever had, bitch, I triple check to make sure the door is locked. This white nigga don't lock his doors, and it's very unsettling.
How much Spanish do you speak?
Like, I speak in, like, when Pixie Aventura, shout out to Pixie Aventura, drag queen in New York City. Y'all know Bob and I talk about Pixie a lot, and we go on a lot of vacations together. And when I go on vacation,
I know,
and we tend to often go to Spanish speaking countries. Spain, Mexico, etc. And every time we go, Puerto Rico, I get along. I can communicate and get along by myself without Pixie helping me with people who are only speaking Spanish to me. Again, like a lot of that, when someone is a native Spanish speaker and they're speaking to you, like, I don't understand every word, but I can understand enough in the sentence to understand what they're saying to me and be able to respond with the Spanish that I know.
Yeah, I just had a very Mexican Christmas, and not everyone spoke Spanish. Most of them did not. I mean, not everyone spoke English. And
how did you get along with that?
Well, I speak some Spanish. I mean, I took 4 years of Spanish in college and high school. So I do speak some Spanish, and I've continued a tiny amount of education on my own in my adulthood. So I was able to get along a little bit, but his aunts really, really do not speak English, or they were choosing not to speak English with me. So I would just like wide eyes, trying my hard to listen for every other word, and just being like, yeah. But everyone's very nice though. What do you think you have a summary for was 2021 what you thought it was going to be? 2021
was, I don't know what my expectations for 2021 were, but I feel like 2021 was a good year. I don't remember what my expectations were to think if the year like exceeded my expectations or if it didn't meet them. But overall, 2021 was a good year for me. I'm very happy with how 2021 is closing out. What about you?
That was a very vague wrap up. That's like some shit you tell people in passing. That's like some shit. Like, it was honest. It was good, and I had fun, and everything was great. And bitch, this is fucking Sibling Rivalry. We overshare. Bitch, give us some fucking details about your goddamn year.
I don't remember with the past 2 years of the pandemic. It all feels like a big blur. Like, if you told me that quarantine, like the big one, like March 2020 through June 2020, if you told me that was 2021, I'd be like, oh yeah, I guess that was. I genuinely, I feel like
maybe you could say stuff like, I moved to Los Angeles. I now have a partner.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I did move to LA.
We like, our podcast is like, skyrocketing and taking off. I got into a huge fight with Tamisha Mon this year.
Oh yeah, Bob. Okay, first of all, Bob, you know this about me. You know I have a very bad memory. I have a hard time remembering things. It's just my cross to bear in life. I forget shit. I forgot about that whole Tamisha.
Jacob wants to say something. Jacob, you have to wear a mic. They drag us when they can hear you. Oh, what is it?
Ask her if she got the cameo.
Oh, and did you get our wonderful cameo for you?
Oh my god! So for Christmas, Bob and Jacob got me a cameo from Tamisha Iman, but they obviously didn't tell her it was for me. And she was like, "This is a message for Kevin from your friend Roberta." Like, should I post it on my Insta? I'll post it to the Patreon. How about that? We'll post it to the Patreon.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, but I forgot that fight even happened this year. That sure was 2021, because it was around the time that I had just moved to LA. It's so stupid. Okay, so highlights for this year. I moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Our podcast and our Patreon are still doing great, and they're getting better and better.
You released a music video?
Besides the end of the year with a little bit of the crunchiness of the podcast videos.
Well, we switched companies and then got a little snackadoodle, but we're figuring it out.
I put out one of the singles for my upcoming album next year, which was very exciting. I really love that. I found a great...
What are your music goals for 2022?
Wait, I'm not finished my Can I get through my shit?
Sure.
Put out the video. I found a great partner, someone that I'm very much in love with. And I'm making great friends and doing great stuff in LA, and I'm really enjoying LA.
Name some of the friends. Name some friends you've made. Wow, it must be great friends.
No, okay. I was gonna try to do a bit about you, but I didn't have the energy. Bitch, it is so late. I had the craziest flight day. My brain is literally jello. I've become really good friends with Michael Brambula, Sadie Pines, Godoy, Danny Godoy. And also
she didn't say Plastique's name.
Rob Anderson.
Oh my God, Rob, Heartthrob Rob, love
I noticed
Heartthrob
she
Rob.
didn't say Plastique's name. It's almost
Plastique
like
and Plastique and I've been friends, bitch. You just became friends with Plastique. She just beat your face. You just became friends with Plastique. Plastique and I've been sis, and we've been homies.
Yeah, she told me she needs to give you a visit too.
I would love Plastique. You looked beautiful. You look like a doll. She was one of the girls.
I felt very beautiful. Everyone sounded like peppermint. I got a lot of peppermint comments.
You look like peppermint?
People sounded like peppermint. Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like, I'll take it. I think that you know what it is? I never wear my hair like that.
Yeah, you never do. Now, will you do that more?
No.
Why?
You know, Monet, it just doesn't feel. Well, one, I can't do that. That's not a skill that I have.
Bob, one thing I know about you, when you want to do something, you will learn how to do it. Bitch, you learn how to manipulate a wig. You learn how to sew.
And that's the main part. When I want to. And I don't think I don't think I look really beautiful. I don't think I loved enough to be like, I have to learn how to do this with my hair. And also like curling a wig on my head feels really exhausting. And I think I still like bigger hair than that. Like, I mean, I like my hair either, slick back and big or just big in general.
Yeah.
But I did feel absolutely beautiful and stunning. And I loved it. And I'm really, really grateful to Plastique for coming over to my apartment and helping me with that. It was just so much fun.
Okay. Now tell me some big things that happened for you in 2021.
Well, we filmed and aired all of season 2 of We're Here, which feels insane. That is like, we got renewed for a 3rd season, which is also incredibly exciting. I kind of can't believe, to be honest, that was the bulk of my year was doing We're Here. Mm-hmm. I was able to also continue my YouTube journey, which did slow down. My YouTube journey has slowed down a little bit in 2021. I think that once we started doing We're Here, it was harder to keep doing the videos and harder to keep pushing them out. But I also learned how to DJ. I had 2 DJ gigs this year. I had one at the PEG holiday party, which you rudely did not come to, although you were invited. Everyone was looking forward to seeing you.
Where I was. So you know where I was.
Where were you? Secret project? Another secret project?
I was filming. I was on the fucking Christmas tour, bitch.
Whoa! Filming what? Filming what?
Oh my God, I was on the Christmas tour.
Oh yeah. That contract about to whoop your ass. Yeah, that contract about to be breached. NDA, nigga.
You are so
NDA stands for niggas don't announce. Henny.
I was on the Christmas tour. So you did that. What was your other DJ gig you did?
And I did a Spotify gig. I did so Trixie got sick. Her appendix exploded on an airplane or something.
Yeah.
And she had to pull out of this gig last minute. And then they were like, Bob, can you DJ tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know how to DJ. I have never DJed. I think I've kind of DJed with Mitch a little bit in the basement at the Monster, but I don't know how to DJ, Mary. That's not really my gig. But Omicron. But I did.
Can you take anything seriously and talk about your fucking gig, bitch? What is wrong with you?
So I taught myself how to DJ with DJ software. I had 24 hours of a crash course in DJ software to like learn how to fucking DJ. And then Mitch also, shout out to Mitch Farina, who also gave me some tips and tricks as well. He gave me a virtual session as well. And then I got there, and it was actually a really fun gig. And who all was there? That lady who I can never remember her name. Kylie Uchi.
Which, oh my God. So Bob has a TikTok where he's talking about this DJ vet and naming the people. Bob be acting like he's someone's old ass uncle. Bob is like, there was a very nice young lady. He's like, this lady, she's a very nice young lady. She was really talking about Kylie Uchi.
Oh, I did not realize that Kylie Uchi was a big I honestly did not know. Because I was going back to the...
hello.
I was headed back to the fucking VIP section. I was like, ma'am, can you? But then I realized that this lady had security, and I was like, oh, she must be like someone. Okay. And they were like, girl, that's Kylie Uchi. And I was like, oh, all right, honey. And Lizzo also showed up to that party.
As you, Baby Yoda.
And it was a party thrown by Benny Drama.
Oh, I love Benny Drama. Oh, it was his party?
No, it was hosted by him.
It was his party. It was absolutely his party. Him and his podcast partner, whose name I cannot remember right now. It was their Halloween party. That was
sponsored by Spotify.
Yeah, it was Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah, Benny Drama's content is so funny. He is so good.
Yeah, and his mother-in-law is really she deserves the Emmy.
She's really good. She's really good. This past summer, after Kim and I were gonna do, we've literally been planning on taking DJ classes together forever because, bitch, I got an offer for a gig for me to DJ, and I was like, this is insane. Like, and DJ, I could have been in drag or not. And I told my manager, I was like, I don't know how to DJ. And I guess I could have taken the initiative to learn, but I was like, I really want to, like, if I DJ, I really want to, like, do it and, like, be, like, fucking mixing shit. And, like, I have great choice in music. Anytime I do a party, I always am the DJ because I have great taste in music. And I like to take people on, like, a musical journey with my DJing.
What did you just say?
Anytime I do a party, I always host. Like, I'm sorry, I always DJ. I'm always running the music.
You mean at your own party or at other people's parties?
Other people's parties. My own parties, other people's parties, I always end up running the music.
Anytime. Interesting. Cause it's just that I've been to parties with you. Go ahead.
Well, not the parties that you've been invited to, bitch. Anyway.
It's always not the ones I've...
Ask Naomi. Ask him, Naomi. I will call Naomi right... Well, what time is it? Yeah.
You were always like, well, no, not that one.
Anyway, so Kim and I were like, we need to, like, take a DJ class together because we want to, like, start DJing because we both love music. Anyway, so we're here. You DJ'd, and what else?
And to be honest, I feel like I bought a home.
Yeah, but I was literally about to say, bitch, you bought a house.
It's not a house. It is a home. It's a condo. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that people know that I'm not trying to falsify my information.
We're going to take a break because I don't have time for this.
You don't have time to do your job? Let's take a break. And we're black. I think that when growing up I think it might be because you grew up in New York City and most people don't have houses. I know you and your extremely wealthy family grew up in a house in Brooklyn. I'm aware before you cut me off and flaunt your wealth in my face.
Yeah, we're looking at the top 1%, bitch.
But because I grew up in Georgia and people did not. There was a big difference in like saying house and apartment when you grew up in Georgia, for sure.
Yeah, I feel that.
So someone said so and so's house, and I'd be like, so and so has a house, and then you go in this be an apartment, and I'm like, this is not a house, Mary. So I just want everyone. So maybe that's my Georgia still kicking up in me, but I own a condo, and also I had a sign on my door today. It's like, bitch, your HOA fees are late and due. But it's because this is a plot twist. I cannot remember the password to my HOA thing.
No, Bob, that doesn't sound like you at all.
So I always try to go log in. They're like, bitch, you're 3 months late on your HOA fees. So I might be getting kicked out of this house.
One time,
condo.
Bob had to get, I forgot what we were doing. You're trying to log on to something. It was to your Apple, back when you were 945 Amsterdam. And it was your The email that you always use.
Oh, honey.
What should we? Maybe bleep that. I mean,
Oh my God.
I just said one word. Believe that. Believe that than what I said today. But you could not remember the password. And when I tell you, you were
Password to what?
To your AOL, to your Apple.
Oh,
and
but
it's
when
I tell you, Bob was having a mental breakdown because he could not remember this fucking password.
Well, Apple. Okay, here's the thing about Apple. Apple is always. First of all, it is easier to break into the fucking Pentagon than it is to recover your Apple account. Let that be on facts. I literally got to a point where I did not even use my Apple.
I remember.
For years. It was not until years. And I would use my computer, but I wouldn't use iTunes. I wouldn't use anything that had to do with my Apple ID for literally years. And it was not until I got an Apple TV that I was like, because you can't sign into your Apple TV unless you have an Apple ID. So I literally had to recover my account. It took me like 5 days. It was so insane. And Apple's also like, you have to have a letter, a number, a symbol, a name, a dog, a cat a celebrity, something old, something new, something used, something blue.
Something blue.
And I'm like, bitch, I don't even remember the fucking password no more.
Oh my God. Wait, oh my God. So this is one of the Enigamis. I had to tell you this, Bob. Anyway. Okay. So we did the 12 days of Christmas, and he got me a gift every day. For the 11th day,
your true love gave to you.
Well, until 11, he was saying on the whatever day, my true like gave to me. Because we never said the L word to each other. Anyway.
Stop.
What?
I can't.
What?
Are you those? I did not know you were one of those. I did not know. I didn't know you were one of those. I'm judging.
Oh my God! Can I finish my story?
Wait, I didn't know you were one of the folks who was like, we've never said it.
It's not that. First of all,
you
notoriously the first day you met Jacob, you're like, I love you. I'm like, that's not me. If that works, bitch, if that works for you, that works for you. That's your business.
You and Andy left. You were like, I like you.
Anyway, it was a funny.
Wait. So Andy leaves your house. What does he say? Bye.
I'm like, bye, babe. See you tomorrow. See you later.
I like you.
Bitch, just because you and Jake are the first like, I love you, when it means literally nothing. Anyway, like I was saying.
I've seen you say I love you to people in the meet and greets in our line that you have never met before.
You have said I love you to a person at a meet and greet in a line. You are such a liar.
I've seen you say it. Not me.
I'm not.
All right, we'll see.
Anyway, so then on the 11th, he was like, hey, he got me a trip to Portland for 3 days. And I was like, oh, this is dope. But he's like, obviously, I love Portland. Portland's my place. I was like, what are you going to do in Portland for 3 days? And he's like, oh, I know you like Portland. We'll find stuff to do. I was like, dope. So then on the 12th day, he gave me, it was like a card, and it was 2 tickets to see Chelsea Handler. You know I am obsessed with Chelsea Handler. And rewind, back in October, Mateo was performing with Chelsea Handler. He got me tickets to go see Chelsea Handler, but I missed my flight. I couldn't go. We talked about it on the podcast.
This is when you all shaded free.
And I was very upset because I love fucking Chelsea Handler. And I couldn't. I was so mad.
You what? Chelsea Handler?
I fucking love Chelsea Handler.
You fucking what?
I love Chelsea Handler.
You told Chelsea before you told it.
Yes, I love Chelsea Handler. So then for the
Chelsea,
12th,
I like your show.
Bitch, just because you are telling your boyfriends on the first day that you love them as some type of weird I love you to trick them into being with you, that's your business.
I fucking like Chelsea Handler. Sorry.
And then so he gave me 2 tickets to see Chelsea Handler and the VIP meet and greet experience. I was like, oh my God, this is great.
I invited you to the Fast and Furious movie premiere at the
and I was working. I couldn't go because I was busy.
And Chelsea Handler was
there.
To
quote Priyanka, bitch, I'm busy.
And Chelsea Handler was there.
I know. I was very upset. I love Chelsea Handler, girl. That's my queen.
And then Mateo invited you.
I know. I've missed.
I don't think you do like Chelsea. Every time someone invites you, you find a way not to make it.
I've missed seeing Chelsea many times. It's very upsetting. But now, bitch,
you might be busy this day. You might be busy this day too.
I'll be right in her face like, "What up, bitch?"
You would not. Please don't call her that.
Oh, she would love that.
You don't know that. You do not know this lady.
You clearly don't watch her stuff.
You got me.
Exactly. So you definitely don't know her, bitch. I know her more than you do.
I'm not even going to argue you at any point. I do not know anything about. Oh, I also bought a car bought and wrecked a car this year. So I am really batting 1,000 going into 2021 too. Did you? I heard that Apple is now releasing like a wrap up like Spotify.
I don't know if it's like Spotify's, but it's their little thing. My number one played. It doesn't tell you like Spotify. Oh yeah, it does. My number one played song this year, 113 plays. Was Good Days. That cannot be. It has to be more than that. I listened to that song literally on like loops for like hours. Good Days by guess who the artist is? Because you don't know the song. I know you don't know the song. Scissors. Yep. Good Day by Scissors. All of them. My number one artist. That's surprising. My number one artist is Yebba. 34 Hours.
Wow.
I do love Yebba. Yebba's album came out this year and it was really great. Followed by
Kylie. 2 Yebba songs.
What song by Yebba do you know?
What's
that's my. I didn't read. I don't know how it's.
Ma'am.
How does it doing that? How do you stop it?
Who is this?
That's Good Days by SZA.
What did you ask me?
Oh, what Yebba songs do you know?
I know My Mind, and I know that she has a duet with Sam Smith on Sam Smith's album The Lone what's the name of the album? And I love the Sam Smith album. It is called
The Lonely Hours?
The Lonely Hour, I think.
That's the old one.
No, it's the newer one.
Oh, so the newer one is called Love Goes.
No.
The newest one?
Less new.
Oh, In the Thrill of It All.
In the Thrill of It All. In the Thrill of It All. Yebba has a song with Sam Smith.
And then Kylie Minogue was which I discovered Kylie Minogue's disco album this year. Kylie Minogue? And I know I'm late, y'all, and I talked about it when I know I'm late to the disco party, but Kylie Minogue's disco album it came out 2020. It was like a big album in 2020, but I missed the boat on that. It is such a good fucking album from top to bottom. Great music, like good, feel-good dancing music. I listened to that. Kylie was 23 Hours, and she was my number 2 album I listened to all the way through. 251 times I listened to the album.
Work. My number 1 artist of the year was Hennessy, Carolina's sister.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Hennessy Carolina. Her sister was my number 1 artist of the year. Who do you think it is?
Cardi.
Yes, Bel Khali's Almasar was my number 1 artist of the year. And my number 1 song of the year was Up by Bel Khali's. And my number 2 artist was Ocean Kelly. My number 3 artist was Adele. Number 4 was Tardrick Hall. And number 5 was Megan Thee Stallion.
Those are your artists you listen to?
Those are my top artists, yeah. And my number 1 song was Up, Cardi B. I think number 2 was like Le Calais 47, Washington Set, I think.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, my phone's in the living room, but I could...
Your phone is right there.
Here it is.
Jasmine Sullivan was my number 3 artist, y'all. Number 4, Hotels by Jasmine album was a great fucking album. Ooh, it's so good.
All right, I'm going to my... I don't think that it shows your albums on...
My number 3 album was Back in My Mind by her, but I'm like... And I love her. But this album...
Whoa, drag her.
But this album was not as good as her EP. Y'all know her EP, the EP that has Focus and everything on it.
Well, then why didn't you listen to it more if it was so good?
Well, because that EP came out like so long ago. I've been done listening to it. It's probably my 2019 Apple wrap up, whatever.
Also, Grindr decided to release. So my number 1, Up by Cardi B was number 1. Body by Megan Thee Stallion was number 2. Washington Set, Le Calais 47 was 3. Boss Bitch Doja Cat was number 4. And The Way I Am Ingrid Michaelson was my number 5.
Oh, God.
But to be fair, that's my alarm in the morning. every morning that song plays to wake me up. So that's probably why it's my I love the way you say good morning. That's how I wake up every morning. It's a very soothing song to wake up to. Do you think so, Jacob?
It's better than your Bob the Drag Queen.
Yeah, but it used to be a Joella Puss remix of one of my songs, and it would go Bob the Drag Queen. Bob, actually, you know what? I will get the audio to you all, and we can insert it right here. This is the song. This used to be my alarm waking up every single day. This sound.
What a fucking nightmare.
Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen. The Drag Queen. The Drag Queen.
But those are my artists, and that was the music that I listened to. I was kind of sad that what's her name did not make it back on my list this year.
Who?
As my Cupcake did not make it back on my but I kind of stopped after Discounts. I didn't really listen to much of her stuff.
Lick. I wanna lick your dick.
Yeah, I kind of stopped listening to some of her stuff after
because she got clean.
Did she do like did she start? What do you mean? Did she do like clean music now?
You don't want to tell me that she doesn't rap around about like sucking the being.
No. So when she did Discounts, she stopped rapping about. It's not about getting clean. Like Discounts and Gorilla Niggas was the song that I really loved. That were I think my number one song of 2020 was Discounts. Or it might have been Gorilla Niggas. Anyway, but it's not about dirty. It's not dirty stuff anymore. She was right. It was like she's doing like more hardcore like mean bitch rap than like slut rap, which I enjoy. But I also don't know what she did in the last year because I have not I've fallen off the Cupcake train. But she is slated to host the new season of Slag Wars.
Oh, there's a new season of Slag Wars coming out.
So there's a new season of Slag Wars coming out, and Cupcake and Tiffany Pollard are going to be the hosts.
I love Tiffany Pollard. I love Tiffany Pollard
because the Cock Destroyers broke up.
Right. So the two of so Cupcake and Tiffany are doing it.
Cupcake and Tiffany Pollard will be doing it together. But isn't it wild that they like?
But they've been done broke up like early 2021 they broke up.
I know, but it was just wild. I just cannot believe that they. I'm trying to think of like the like. I mean, this is just also it occurred to me recently. I was like, I saw a video of Donald Trump talking
to Candace Owens.
Yeah, when he was like, go get the vaccine. Like, everyone should get vaccinated. And then Candace Owens, wild ass, got on the internet and was like, actually, Donald Trump's just really old. And he is like, older people are very gullible. And they just trust doctors. And he's not doing his own research. That's why he said that. And I was like, you think he's old and gullible, but you think he should be the president? Okay, go off, sis. Pop off, pussy hat. But I was thinking to myself, I have not heard Donald Trump's voice in so long. It was crazy. And I forgot that, like, having Joe Biden as the president made me forget that you're not supposed to hear from the president as much as we heard from Donald Trump.
Right.
I fully forgot that the president was not, it wasn't normal that the president was news literally every single day for 4 years.
Which some people argue is kind of the problem with the Biden administration is that they are doing many good things, but we don't know it because Donald Trump was very vocal about everything that he did. And he made it like a big to-do. When he did a new executive order, when he did something wild or crazy, he was very public and very open about it and very vocal. And the Biden administration is not in the same. So there are some great things that they have done, but we don't hear about it. So people are upset. I mean, student loan debt is not a thing that they have done. But there are other things that he has done that we don't know about that we should. But
something that really kind of gagged me is that someone was like, Joe Biden did something. I can't remember what. And they were like, how do you explain this? Yeah, how do you justify this? And I said, I think that there may be a misconception that me voting for Joe Biden was that my job is to now justify everything he does.
I can't.
When in turn, what actually is Joe Biden does something I don't like, I will call it out. I will not try to find a loophole to justify that behavior. Did you see Kamala Harris fighting with
Charlemagne?
Charlemagne will fight with anyone. Charlemagne, I cannot believe that she went on Charlemagne's show.
Well, I mean, politicians go on the Breakfast Club. Hillary was on the Breakfast Club. They
I know hot sauce in my bag. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's weird to go because again, that's showing that they're willing to talk to everyone and really, talk to the American people. I don't think that's weird. She's on the show. I mean, I will say it was very strange to see her have such a big reaction, and be like, "So, come on, Charlamagne, no." That's not how things go. Like she became very anti-Kamala.
Well, I mean, Charlamagne was being like, is Joe Biden really the president?
Is the president Joe Biden or Joe Manchin? Come on, Charlamagne.
Also, who is Joe Am I out of the loop? Who's Joe Manchin?
Joe Manchin, I correct me if I'm wrong, he's the Senate minority leader currently.
Girl, Joe, the member of Joe Manchin, he's a senator. Okay. Yeah. Okay, oof, girl, I gotta be honest, I do think that honestly, the 4 years before Joe Biden was the president, I think I got like politicked out.
What means the Senate majority leader? Because if he's Democrat, he'll be the Senate because the Democrats. No, we're equal right now, right? 50-50? So he's something. He's some type of Senate figurehead.
I don't think that you can be 50-50 in this.
Because Kamala is the deciding vote. Kamala is the thing. Is the tiebreaker.
Okay, work. But I'm saying I think that I got politics like burnt out on politics from the past 4 years. That this year I was like, I'm just gonna step away for it. With the exception of like when it comes time to vote, I just look who's there. I research their politics and I vote for them. But other than that, I was like, I cannot follow politics the way that I was following it obsessively for 4 years. I was like, I don't have the mental capacity for it in 2021. Maybe I'll get back into it in 2022.
So what are you looking forward to in 2022 besides being more politically illiterate?
I really have my fingers crossed for your consideration. Anyone listening, for your consideration, please consider we're here for another Emmy nomination. I really, really, really would like to get an Emmy nomination this year. That would really just mean the world to me to be an Emmy nominated
television show. We're here.
Like to be an Emmy nominated television producer would be like a dream for me. Mm-hmm. And that is honestly probably what I'm looking forward to the most. And also getting back out there and filming a brand new season of We're Here. And like, who had a fucking great year? I think the winner of 2021, it was probably Nicole Byer.
Nicole Byer be doing things, girl. She's on a TV show. She has a
TV show? I'm sorry, a TV show?
Sorry,
Nicole Byer's on 3 TV shows.
She's on a sitcom. She hosts Wipeout. She put out her hour special on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Nicole Byer is doing the thing. Good for her. Good for Nicole.
In 2021, she's the host of Nailed It.
Oh, Nailed It.
She is the host.
Right.
She's one of the hosts of Wipeout. She has a new television show.
What is it called?
It's called. I can't remember the name of it.
The Grand Crew or the Grand Chew.
Help us out, Jacob. And then of course there's also Big Beautiful Weirdo, her special.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nicole Byer is having and she also hosted the Emmys, and she hosted some other show too.
Grand Crew.
Grand Crew.
That's what it is. Grand Crew.
And she hosted some other show as well.
Yeah, Nicole Byer is definitely doing it well. So happy.
What was the other show she hosted?
I don't know she hosted the Creative Arts Emmys. I don't know what else she hosted.
Yeah, the Critics' Choice Awards.
Oh, work.
Her and Taye Diggs hosted the Critics' Choice Awards together.
Work.
Like Nicole, and also every look is just
the
turning.
purple one. I think for the Emmys when she was in that hotel room when Marco Monroe styled her.
I think Marco Monroe is her official style. I think he styled her for everything.
Like, she looks great.
Oh my! Oh my God! Like look at her in Cultured magazine. Like what?
Girl, you're blurry ass Android. I can't see that. I'm looking at myself.
Like this is crazy. Like she looks so good all the time. Constantly. No, she's not. I guess that she had a different style. This is styled by someone named Gail Paul. But Jake, I'm just gonna send you this picture so that we can put it on the screen, so that you can see which one I'm talking about. But like, oh my God, Nicole Byer is just having a fucking knockout year.
This picture,
good for her,
is so gorgeous of her in this beautiful dress. Ooh.
Who are you gonna say won 2021?
Who won 2021? Honestly, just because obviously drag is so much a part of my life, and it is my life. I think Simone, obviously she won the show this year, but the things that Simone has done after her win, that bitches have been in this game for years trying to get to. I'm like
what?
Good, like going, like being at the Emmys. She was in Madonna's movie and she hosted a party for it. A lot of what else? She did something else. She was on the late night show.
Oh
my gosh, on the late night show of the Jimmy Kimmel show.
She was in the Out 100.
Yeah, like Simone has had a fantastic year.
She also went to the Met Gala.
She did
also
Fenty.
Was featured in Fenty. She was featured in Fashion Week as well. She's also in a new movie with Billy Eichner.
Oh yeah, they filmed that, which also T.S. Madison is in it. So she's had such a great year, and it's good for her, and working really hard and doing all the shit that bitches are trying to do. And I'm like, bitch, work, and just looking so good and pulling out some great looks and still doing photo shoots and just looking fucking glam.
Yeah, good for her. She really is just doing a knockout job. And when I think about the biggest events of 2021, I don't think I like saying 2021. I don't like the way it sounds in my mouth. I feel like, honestly, that was one of the moments where I kind of wanted to go back to 2021, if that makes any sense. Instead of saying 2021.
2000. That's too much words to say. 2021.
It is one. It's one extra syllable.
But that one extra syllable is a lot. You're like, I'm not saying all that. 2021.
But 2021, maybe I'm trying just to wrap my head around it. 2021. I also really enjoyed Bernie Sanders. The Bernie Sanders meme from this year was a great 2021 moment. Bernie Sanders sitting in the at the inauguration. That was a absolutely just stunning moment. And
Bernard,
I got a lot of laugh out of that.
Bernard, love Bernard.
And of course, we can't forget about Prince Harry and Meghan the Markle going on Oprah's show and having a full takedown on the royal family.
It was great. That interview was really good. Also, Adele put out an album this year. Oh my God, Britney got free this year, bitch.
Also, Britney is wild on social media right now.
She's living her life, girl.
She is living her life. I'm like, Britney, this is... Have you seen all the stuff she's doing? Like, they're going, fuck, shit balls, fuck balls,
oh, yeah, girl.
fuck shit, shit, fucking shit balls, fucking balls. And then, of course, her singing video, which went viral.
Everything Britney does goes viral.
She's Britney Spears. I mean, she is truly a pop culture fucking phenomenon.
Also, Sex and the City came back this year too. Work.
I really wish I could contribute to the Sex and the City conversation, and I will do my best. But I've only ever seen literally one episode my entire life, and I have not seen any of the new ones. But who am I for Sex and the City?
You're definitely Miranda for sure. You're Miranda. You're
Why am I Miranda? I don't know what that means.
Miranda is very straight laced. Miranda takes herself too seriously. Miranda is in the show. She's I don't want to spoil it for anyone. You know what? I feel like I'm giving too much away.
Give them a spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Miranda is now exploring her queerness in this season, and you're just a Miranda. She's a lawyer.
Is Rihanna dating A$AP Rocky?
Girl, Ben dating. Girl, what?
Are they still dating?
Girl, sit your old ass down. Bitch, they've been together.
And they're still together?
Yes. Oh, God.
Why are you making fun of me? Because I don't follow every move Rihanna makes in her
It's
life.
not every bitch. You've been together for a long time. You don't follow anything in pop culture.
I do follow pop culture stuff. I guess I'm just more into like small time queer pop culture than like mainstream media.
Oh, okay. Tell yourself that. Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. Do you think that could be it?
Wait, is Rihanna dating ASAP Rocky? Bitch, what?
It's just that, in my Spotify top 5, 3 of them were like small time queer artists, and like all of yours are just like the big names.
Okay.
You're more into like, how do I say it? Like mainstream stuff.
Oh, also Squid Game came out this year, which Squid Game was wild. I loved her.
You watch Squid Game?
Of course I watched Squid Game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what was your favorite TV show of the year?
Favorite TV show this year? I gotta look at my Netflix.
I'll tell you a show that I was... No, I can't say that. I can't say it.
What?
A show that I was excited for, and I was watching, and I was like, it's fine.
What? Bitch, what?
Drag Race UK Season 3.
Oh, God. They gonna get you, girl.
I was watching, I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna finish it. But it did not give the ooh la la sensation that season 2 had gave. You know what I mean?
Survivor. The new season of Survivor came out this year. Well, this comes out every year, twice a year, but this season was good. It was good. Lots of new little twists. Who won? I did not expect who won to win. I was really rooting for... Spoiler alert. I was really wanting Shan to win. I was really, really going for Shan.
Shan didn't win?
So...
Wait, who won?
Now I hate Ricard because he fucking sent Shan home.
Ricard won?
Yeah, Ricard won.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy.
Ricard beat Shan?
Yeah.
Girl, that's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Why are you making fun of me? Did Ricard really win?
No, Ricard did not win.
Oh, who won?
Erica.
Wait,
I know.
Was this the show? No, which was the show?
Big Brother with
like,
all the black people.
The first time ever they...
Well,
black folks...
Survivor, because it's on the CBS, they had the same commitment to have at least 50% of the cast be POCs. So in Survivor, this is why I'm so mad, because when they were getting down, it was like 5 black people. They're like, we're going to rally together and be together to the end so that we have like a top 5 that's all black people. And one of the black dudes, Deshaun, defected and ended up getting Shan sent home. I was like, but he did this whole thing. He was like, the Survivor's a really tough game, and I'm really trying to play like a game because I want to win. But I'm like, I struggle with because I'm also trying to keep it about it for the culture. He was like, I want to protect the culture and have black people. He's like, but I want to win this money. So he was in this like crazy conundrum, and he ended up betraying the black folk and getting Shan sent home.
I'm acting like I know. I'm just making noises, bitch. I don't fucking... I'm like, oh my goodness. So wait, did a black person win?
No. She is Asian though. An Asian woman won.
Who is the musical artist of 2021? Who is the one who really said... I know who it is in my mind, even though they weren't in my top list. But I could think of one artist who just really came at 2021 with like everything they had.
Megan Thee Stallion.
No, Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X's impact on 2021 was insane.
Yeah, I would agree. He's so good at social media.
And he
trolls really well on Twitter and shit. He's great. He's so funny.
He is brilliant at social media. It is really, really wild. And I mean, I don't think any of it, like, it's really interesting though, because like none of his live performances go crazy. Like, they don't go viral. I don't think because he's not like a particularly strong dancer or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But usually they'll go viral when like his clothes fall off, which at SNL, his pants ripped open. Yeah. And then the video of him wearing the skirt, but the skirt fell off. The skirt opened up, so he's trying to hold it on. And he's backing up, and then he falls over. What? Off. I lived in New York City for 12 years. The
You
skirt
didn't
fell
say
off.
You say off? I was like, bitch, what?
The skirt fell off, honey. But his skirt fell off. It's like a pink skirt, and he's like backing up, and he trips over like a dancer or a cord or something.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see, like, just, I mean, and he's so young. It is crazy.
I know he's
like,
a young guy.
I think because of how young he is and how he will. Part of me is like, is it important to know the struggle, or do we just glorify it for no reason?
To know the struggle
Like,
of what?
Being an artist, like being a struggling artist.
Like you say that again. Is it important to know the struggle of an artist? You mean
of being a struggling artist? Know the struggle of being a struggling artist.
I mean, that's a tale of as old as time, going back to fucking La Boheme, and when fucking Puccini wrote it in 17 whatever. Like, everyone knows what I mean. I feel like unless you are an artist, you don't really know what it is to be a struggling artist, to love your art so much that you're willing to be broke as hell and not have anything just to do your art. I think that's only something that an artist knows. But I think everyone,
but not all artists know it. Some artists will never know that. But
right,
I'm also wondering, like, why do we glorify? We really glorify that broke artist shit. I don't know why. I don't think
it's who's glorifying it.
I think when I say glorify, we're like the people who don't ever have the struggle. We're like, but they don't know what the struggle is. And I will say that as someone who had the struggle, I probably would have rather have not had it when I was having it. But that would have been nice.
But it's almost like a rite of passage, like, you know, because so many people who are artists, like the majority of people who are artists are struggling artists and will never ever reach the other side of their art being celebrated how they want it to be or how they envision it to be. And it's like only other artists can connect on that level of knowing that passion, that deep design, that deep passion to love your thing so much that you don't care that you're not a millionaire or you're living paycheck to paycheck, because you love that shit so much. And I think that's something that all artists can identify with. And it's like, regardless if I don't understand what this painting means to you, regardless I don't understand these lyrics to the song, regardless if I don't know how to play that sonata right, we can connect on that wavelength of loving that art, whatever it is, so much that you're willing to do whatever you can to do it.
And I think that there is we don't actually, maybe I'm being a little dramatic. We really don't require it from artists. But whenever someone does have it, it seems to be a really, like, important part of their story. Like, Lizzo going from sleeping in her car to 10 years later being on the cover of Time magazine and the Entertainer of the Year and being the most Grammy-nominated artist in 2019 or 2020. And then I think about, you know, my favorite song of Cardi B, which is Get Up 10, is a wonderful struggling artist rags to riches song. My favorite line of the song is, I waited my whole life just to shit on niggas, climb to the top floor so I can spit on niggas. And it's just such a great, I mean, it's a little spiteful. But I do love the notion of her, like, I feel like I can see the idea of, like, this fucking stripper who is, like, from the Bronx, like, just doing everything in her power to make it. And then she fucking makes it. And she's, like, the toast of the world. Like, I mean, I remember when Bodak Yellow came out breaking records, I was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And now she's fucking Cardi B.
Cardisha B.
Hennessy's sister.
I was going to repeat everything you say. Cardi B.
Oh, you sound like one of those folks, like the person on a radio show, like Robin Quivers on Howard Stern, or who's the lady on Breakfast Club, the one that's always, like, really nice when everyone else is really mean.
Angela Yee. Mm-hmm.
Who just, like, repeats.
She just repeats.
Except when she's like, no, I like it, or don't bully, don't be mean.
Don't be mean, yeah.
I've always said I really do. Part of me is like, and we will wrap it up soon. I really appreciate what they do on the Breakfast Club, but part of me is also like, this shit is so fucking mean. Like, I appreciate the culture of the Breakfast Club and, like, how it brings in, like, these, just, I don't know. I just like what it is. I think maybe because it's like black people, I just love it. But then I'm also like, this shit is mean. Like, watching the way they did Little Mama in the interview when she was crying, I was like, y'all niggas is mean as fuck.
They were mean. I mean, but that's how how they got their claim is doing that. So it worked for them. It made them popular. So why would they change it?
Do you think they tried to do to Azalea Banks? Like, also, it's something
Oh,
about the way...
Azalea Banks, bitch, Azalea Banks did not play. Azalea Banks is kooky and all her things. That woman is so smart. And she's so good with her words, and she's so eloquent how she talks. Bitch, they couldn't clown her because she came right back at them every time.
Well, what happened? One of the main ones when he goes, Charlamagne be like, I heard that you made music for gay people, and she was like, I do. What about it? And he's like, no, nothing. I just heard you do. And she's like, yeah, I do.
Like, that's such a good response. It's like, because now you look like a child. I'm like, yeah, I make music for queer people since my music. And, well, I heard that you do that though. Yeah, I do.
But this is the way Charlamagne says dumb shit. I heard you make music for gay people. Charlamagne, shut the fuck up. Unless you come on our show, then shut the fuck up. On the show. And there's something. Oh, what's the matter? What happened? The cat. Yep, no, the cat. Let me guess. The cat. No, it was the cat, right? Yep, it was the cat.
I stabbed myself with my tweezer.
Wait, let me see. Show me the tweezers.
No.
Where's Colleen?
She is at the cat sitter's house.
Bitch, you lying. Colleen just fucked you up.
Why Colleen you always lying?
Monet, you're in an abusive relationship with your cat.
Colleen's not here.
Before we go, do you want to make a resolution for 2022?
No, I said it last time. I'm going to say it again. I don't believe in resolutions. Because half the time people don't really stick to them, and it's really my thing. I just kind of envision what I want to do, and sometimes I succeed. As soon as I fail, most times I fail miserably. So whatever's going to happen, I ain't making no resolution. What about you?
Do you have any musical aspirations for what can we look forward to? I heard you say a single from my upcoming EP. Also, why
EP album.
Okay, all right. You need to
LP
take a chill pill.
EP is like 6 or less. LP is more than 6.
Oh my god. Okay, you're a fucking Elemental P, you're QVC, you're ABC.
Remember that queen in New York City, Elemental P? What happened to her? I haven't seen her in a long time.
She moved to P-Town, I believe. So
that's it. So when you move to P-Town, you die.
You don't live in New York City anymore.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I don't live in New York City anymore either. Bob, this may shock you. I keep up with people who are not living in New York City, and I live in Los Angeles. I don't know what you think happens with the internet.
And this may shock you. They don't know anything about you in New York City anymore.
This nigga's going back. This nigga begged to go do the Glam Awards, and now he swear he's New York's #1 requested queen. This nigga begged. He begged Cherry Jubilee to have him do the fucking Glam Awards, bitch.
Yeah, I called Cherry Jubilee and I said, "Can you please allow me to be a part of an institution that really helps shape who I am as a person?"
Good for you. And she said, "I guess we'll have your fucking black ass nigger."
I just want to point out that Cherry Jubilee did not say that.
Is there proof that she didn't?
That Cherry Jubilee did not say that. Also, none of this is how any of this went down. But if you all believe that, then Monet has some exuberant land in Florida that she wants to sell you.
What are your resolutions for your New Year's resolutions?
Well, I think that I want to continue my journey of being understanding. And continue my journey of letting go of ego, except when it comes to you. I think that I want to, I was thinking about something recently, and I was like, it really does. Letting go of ego is one of the hardest things to do, but I think it is legit the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Like, legitimately.
You got a big ego.
How do you feel about letting go of your ego?
Such a huge ego. I don't think I have any ego.
You don't have any ego?
No.
All right. Thank you all so much for listening to Sibling Rivalry. My name is Bob the Drag Queen.
And I'm Monet.
And we'll see you all in 2022.
2022 about to be body. 2022 about to be litty kitty.
Bye, girl.
Bye.